Good morning, good morning. Right, first cock up. I've just been and checked, and that is about 1 millimetre too small in that direction. So that either means I'll have to redo the whole box and that. But what I'm thinking, because it's a based box, I wonder if I just do another one of them, it'll fit on the top, and then I can make that slightly bigger. So I'm going to try and get that off now and that, and see if they are in fact swappable. I suppose I could just turn it upside down like that, and then make that slightly bigger, but I'll have to see what the missus thinks about that. But if I just make that bigger for now, yeah, I'll start that. I don't think I've got enough wood left in there, so I'll have to find another sheet somewhere. Okie cocky, let's get on. That will be a no, because it's designed differently. The top is cut different, so these are not going to drop down into there because of the corner bits are sticking up. Now I've got nothing to lose here, so I'm going to break out my little modelling saw and see if I can hack them off and see whether it will fit to save me wasting the whole box. No, that didn't work. I cut the corners down, but as you can see, the prongs are in completely different, or the fingers are in completely different places, which means I've got to design and redo the whole bloody box, and I don't think I've got a lot of plywood left either. Oh, what a ball ache. Well, I was cutting the new box, and I still am, because I nipped out the Lidls, because I noticed when I watched that one back, it got some light bleed on there, and I saw some small black glue sticks which fit in my glue pen. So I thought, oh, that might do it. Plus I wanted to get me free cucumber because that expired tomorrow, so I've got a couple of them. And some small stuff, sanding sheets for that small sander that I bought, and all that come to £2. When I got back, I'd had a delivery from the Chinese supermarket, which I ordered, I don't know, about a week ago. Some copper acrylic paint, copper metallic, and for 60ml, that was about £1.60. I bought a bigger UV torch, that was about £4.50, I think. or even less than that. It's pretty decent. It's all metal. It's just bigger than that little one I got. Some more black business cards, because they come in handy for me testing. I always package these like anything. They're just black business cards. And what else do I get? Oh, a little £3.40 this was, a little A5 LED powered light box, because I thought if I do any more of that stained glass stuff, that might come in handy, so I can see where I've missed. But I'll check all that out later, because I want to get this box finished. Oh, and while I was in Lidl's, they had packets of small cable clips, which I thought would come in handy for the next project, so I've got them as well. And I've just batted off an email to where I ordered the airbrush from, because I haven't heard nothing back from them, and that was last Thursday. And then normally pretty quick, they dispatch the same day normally. But right, let's get on. I just want to get this box built today. Well, I've set that light box up and it's not bad. It's got touch control, and that's, as I said, I was just thinking that if I do this again, and it's got 3 levels, so I'll be able to see if I've missed anything, and that sent the camera funny. So yeah, quite good. That should cure the light bleed. Worked quite well, as a matter of fact. Right, I'm calling it a day. It's 4:20. I've got the railings glued up, so I'll leave them overnight. I've got the new box up there. One side was loose, so that's been glued up. So I've got everything done that I wanted to. Well, after the first box cocked up, but there's just not enough hours in the day. I still haven't done nothing with the lava bases or anything up there. Yeah, there's just not enough hours anyway. On to the next day. Good morning, another day. What am I going to do today? Well, I'm going to sand that down, and first then I'm going to clear out that mess and probably clear the lens on that. Yeah, there's a few things I want to try on some slate with the laser engraving, and maybe start painting a few things, but I doubt whether I'll be able to get a primer coat on that, as it's absolutely tipping it down here, as it has been for God knows how long. 50 flood warnings I think we got. Lucky we're up on a bit of a hill, but it's wet, definitely been wet. Anyway, I'm gonna crack on. I can't find that little metal sander that I bought, and that's the next big big thing what I really want to do before I start the arcade project. As I've said before, is sort everything out. I need more room down that end, so I'm wondering if I can put me electronic bits and pieces somewhere else. When I designed this shed, I wish I didn't have a window there. Then I could have had stuff all the way along and shelves and what have you. But ever since I put that blind in, I don't think it's ever been opened. So I might just board over it in the future to give me more room, but I'll see. I've got all the drawers up there, still yet to sell that 3D printer. Maybe I can put some shelves up there, but under there somewhere is a CNC machine that I bought years and years ago. So I doubt whether it's compatible with any software that you can get nowadays. Yeah, right. Let's concentrate on one thing at a time. Or try and concentrate on one thing at a time, which is never my strong point. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Okay, that's that. Sanded down with a 120 and then a 240. Knocks some of the laser burn marks off. Then I come down to the railings and I noticed there was a hole in the top of one of them, so I've just watered down some filler and put that in it. So have to let that dry. Right, what's next? That's all that cleaned up, and I'll clean the lens on the laser, so just got to get the honeycomb sheet back in there, but I can't do that without the front. That has to go to the back, and this is going to be a bit hard one-handed, but that should just drop in there like that. Bring that to its home position, and sorted. Right, what have I been doing at the moment? I'm running tests on laser engraving on some old slate I've got. It's the same as I think I've said before. It's, you have just got to test and test and test until you get the best settings for that. It is a learning curve. What else have I been doing? I've been trying to paint lava. That's, you know, I'm crap at painting. If there's one thing I wish I could do, is draw and paint. Oh, and play the piano. But yeah, I don't know how that looks. I'll have a look when I watch the video back, and I've just been looking around to see how I can rearrange things. I've got a fridge down there, well, a cooler, a Budweiser cooler, which I've never used, so I might get rid of that. But I've definitely got to make myself some more space. Yeah. Every time I turn round, if something falls over, it knocks something else over, and you've got a domino effect of about 4 or 5 things falling over. Gotta get it organised. Gotta get it organised. Just thought I'd show you that little paint shaker in operation. So you can just leave it. It's got variable speed depending on the bottle size and the paint. And it's 2 minutes up. It's timed for 2 minutes. So if I switch it on again, it'll just come on for 2 minutes. But as you can see, it does mix the paint quite well. It has got 4 suckers on the base, but obviously they don't stick to that, so I might put a sheet of glass down there or something, which will always come in handy if it's a paint area. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that.
Someone was detected at your front door.
Hold it. Big waffle time. Right, what have I been doing? There was a break in the weather, so I took a stand outside and used that new grey primer. Not impressed. Not impressed at all. I sprayed it from the normal distance and it was hardly touching it. So I moved in to about, I don't know, what, 2 inches, 50, 60 mil, and just about started covering then, but like I couldn't get a wet coat on it. It was like I couldn't see when it was wet at all, and it dried almost instantly. I finished spraying it and then it was like the board it was on, it's like I touched the board and it was dry, not tacky or nothing. So I took it outside again. I'll give it another coat, but it's used about half that tin. So I don't know whether it's for use on cars only, but yeah, so I'll leave that till the morning and sand it down. I've prepared another little lava flow base for me to have a play around with. I went up to take the bin out and get something from my room, and I forgot. I printed a lazy robot last night, so that was laying on my printer. Played around with another tile, one of my 3D printed ones, to see if I could get a good lava effect. That I don't think, I don't know, that still looks crap to me, but let me know what you think. Done a few tests on some scraps of wood because I want to paint the railings on the top of the box a different colour, and I've got them at the moment. The box, the missus just wants matte black, so it will be against that. I quite like just a wooden one at the end now, but that will be up to the missus, so I've got to show her that. The tests, hold it, let's get this out of the way. Don't even touch it, it's bone dry. Put that up, lazy robot can guard that. The tests on the images is ignore the little white bits where the it seems to have pulled the engraving off. That's because I put masking tape over there, which you might be able to see, so I could spray paint that black. And I was just looking for the proper settings to get the images at, and I picked the best two and tried them again. Now you probably will not be able to see this too much. You can see that one's got a better eye image, but you lose the nose. You can just about see the nose on that one, and that's because there's hardly any contrast in the photo, because she was white and her nose was pink, so there's very little contrast to pull out. If you have a look at it in different lights, you can see that shiny one there has got a coat of epoxy resin over the top, or UV should I say. So, but that's what they look like in different lights, and the best two images that I could work out with the settings, obviously the first two were absolute crap, was 3 and 5, because with that one the eye got blacked out completely. But 3 and 5, and in 3 you can just about see the nose there. In 5 you can see the nose a little bit. Now I've gone over it with a UV resin, but up there you can't see the nose at all. You can just see it about there. So I'll show that to the missus so she can pick the best one out of them, and then I'll blow it up and sling it on a coaster for her. Still haven't heard nothing about the new airbrush that I bought. I did get something back from the company yesterday which sounded a bit ominous, because they said we are dealing with a lot of inquiries at the moment. Please don't email for a follow-up, because that will just clog up the system and slow it down, and our phone lines are temporarily disabled while we deal with the inquiries. So something somewhere has gone wrong. As I said, I've used them many times in the past, and they normally same day ship, or if not, definitely the next day, and this is last Thursday. So methinks there are problems, and it would be typical, just because I've ordered that bloody airbrush that I really want, because it's got a 0.5 needle, which means I can blow over the base coats really quick. But yeah, that's about it. If I don't hear nothing about it, I'm going to have to start base coating using my normal airbrush. But or I'll probably use my 0.4, because I want to put down some styrolens, I think it is, and that's quite a thick black coat. But yeah, right, lots of waffle again. I don't know whether you would actually like to see me doing stuff, but there's not really a lot to watch when you're lasering, faffing around with that, or painting. I suppose I could show you me painting, but I don't know whether you find it interesting or not. So it's coming up, or it's gone 4. So I'm going to pack up. You can see up there. I'm going to pack up and close this down for the day. And I'll see you in the next one.